Hello, 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 everybody. Hope you're having a very merry day. And I hope it's about to get merrier, as I always do. I am Charlie Merriman. I'm merry by name. I'm merry by nature. I can't help it. Welcome into the stream. Yes, we are about 3.5 resets in to finding Shiny Totodile in my childhood copy of Pokemon Silver. Want to take a look at it? Want to take a look at my childhood copy? I mean, it's just like any other copy of Pokemon Silver, but there it is. There it is, everybody. Oh, the memories. Oh, the memories. And I've been doing a good number of resets off stream for this. We're approaching half odds being 4,096. Maybe it'll happen tonight. I do have a feeling, I have to say. I do have a feeling. Sometimes you do just get a feeling. I feel like it might happen tonight. I don't know. Call it just whimsy, but that's what my prediction is. I think I originally predicted 3,879 as the number of resets it would take to shine. I don't think we're going to hit that number tonight, but yeah, maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised and it'll be earlier than I'm expecting. What do you all think? How many resets do you think it will take in total? But I hope you're ready for a nice, chill, gentle, shiny hunting stream. That's what I stream on Wednesdays after the chaos of competitive video game Pokemon on Tuesdays. So I'm going to get these resets going as quickly as possible as I welcome you all in, and we'll talk about our days. So let's get going, shall we? All likes and subscribes, hugely appreciated as ever. And welcome in, Rani. Good to see you as always. And welcome, Shay. Glad that you were able to be here for the start of the stream this time, Shay. I'm glad that you're aware I was going live. I will work on the going live ping in the Discord. And if anyone's interested, Discord link below. Come and hop into Chazingra's Chocolate Factory. We are a friendly bunch. I'm doing well, thank you, Shay. As you might be able to hear, my throat is... I was getting over the EUIC bug. I found myself clearing my throat a lot today. I think I slept in an awkward position and it aggravated my throat, maybe. I've had a couple of warm drinks, but still, my voice isn't feeling quite as strong as it should. But feeling okay, thanks. I'm just very annoyed. This has been around for so long, this bug. I'm so ready to see the back of it. But, you know, doing okay, thank you, Shay. How are you doing? Hope you've had a very good Wednesday. I released Droomish's episode of the podcast today. Ronnie, I know that you were new to Droomish, but such fantastic and fascinating content that Droomish puts out. Pokemon philosophy is what I've called it. So, like, how do ace trainers earn their title? What motivates Pokemon's fishing NPCs? What changes do we see in Pokemon? What does it mean now that we can jump in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Something we could never do before. Things like that. And had a fascinating chat with Droomish. He has a really unique perspective on things. So, yeah, I'm very excited for you all to enjoy that episode. It's on the channel right now. It's linked below, along with nearly 50 other episodes of the podcast. I was in the podcast, incidentally, we discover the life stories of people in the community and the 6 Pokemon on their dream team. And it's always an illuminating time. The Pokemon that mean the most to them, not competitive in any way, just the ones that are special to them just because they like them or because they have a story about them, some history, you know, that sort of thing. So I hope you enjoy that. And otherwise today, I was working on my EUIC video, my first proper day where I've been able to devote some time to that, which I'm really excited for. The kind of video I haven't seen the likes of on YouTube before from a caster's perspective, so I hope you're looking forward to that. I hope to get it out as quickly as I can, you know, maybe by the end of this month, maybe around the 1-year anniversary of the channel. It'd be very fitting, actually, because I launched the channel just after EUIC last year, which I was hosting. This year I was commentating. So yeah, it felt good to start work on that, and I did various other bits besides. Only heard 10 minutes of the podcast and you were subscribed. Excellent, Ronnie. Excellent. Yeah, well, good, because you're going to thoroughly enjoy Droomish's content. There's so much to catch up on too, so enjoy doing that. So many resets. It certainly is, Shay. You a shiny hunter yourself? Yeah, I've been going with this since January, like early mid-January, and we're a couple of months in. These are, for anyone unfamiliar with shiny hunting, these are especially slow resets, I have to say. You know, if we were just running in grass, we could do maybe 4 in a minute. These resets are like, actually I haven't timed for a little bit, but probably over half a minute per reset, because we have to talk to Professor Owl before we can check the shininess of the Totodile. Having said that, there are a couple of optimizations here. If the Totodile is female, we know it can't be shiny, and if it has an HP stat of anything other than 20, we know it can't be shiny. Just the way being shiny works in this generation. If you're unfamiliar with what shinies are, very briefly, they are alternately coloured variants of species. And in these games, they have just a 1 in 8,192 chance of appearing. For Generation 6 onwards, it's 1 in 4,096. But this is my childhood copy of Pokemon Silver. Pokemon Silver is my favourite game of all time, be it Pokemon or not. I've known I've wanted to do a Pokemon Silver Dream Team quest for a very long time, and just feels great to have it underway. I might double up on this hunt if it starts to take us just too long. I have a copy of Pokemon Gold where I can also hunt in, but the idea of a Dream Team quest is that you find all your shinies on just the one file, native to the game. But we'll see, we'll see. Maybe I'll sort of go to odds, and then if we still haven't got it, introduce my Pokemon Gold as well. We shall have to see. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the challenge. Hopefully it's easy to get it done. Yeah, exactly, Ronnie. Yeah, I'll see if I can make a ping roll in the Discord. I nearly tagged at everyone in the Discord as I went live, but I thought, nah, that's probably a bit annoying. I'll hopefully have some kind of ping set up soon. Only see the end of the community questions. Yeah, fair enough, Ronnie. Good. Nice to be dipping into it over the course of the day. Spread out the fun. Thank you for the happy early channel anniversary, Shay. Yeah, it's crazy, to be honest with you. Crazy. Nearly a year. It's absolutely flown by. I think content does that. Because you're always thinking of the next thing to make, and especially when you're doing a weekly podcast. Organising guests to interview, organising when their episodes are going to drop. Really keeps you on your toes. Do shiny hunting while watching stream on Heart Gold and Platinum. Very nice. That sounds like a wonderful spring break activity, Ronnie. What will your targets be? That is the big question. So, my Dream Team members, everybody, if you're not familiar, and I need to update the description of these streams with this, actually. Totodile, of course, and then Pineco. Like bug types, Fortress is such a cool combination. Bug Steel, and I'll never forget first. I didn't realise Pineco evolved into that when I was younger, so I'll never forget that happening and how excited I was. Hello, James Stone. Good to see you. Looking forward to hearing from Droomish. I want to pop in and say hello. Well, you're very welcome, James, to do that whenever. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy Droomish's episode. I think you will. Thanks for hopping in. So, Fortress, and then what's next? Espeon will be next. That's my preferred of the two EV evolutions introduced in Generation 2. Again, evolving EV into Espeon or Umbreon in Generation 2, the happiness level has to be so high, it takes a while. I'll never forget when my EV evolved into Espeon when I was much younger, playing through Pokemon Silver for the first or maybe second time. Espeon, really cool member of the team. Kingdra, my favourite Pokemon. Part of the reason why I'm doing a Pokemon Silver Dream Team quest, to be honest with you. To be able to shiny hunt Horsey and eventually Kingdra in its native generation. Or, no, well, yeah, Kingdra in its native generation. Pretty special. Pretty special. Who next? Swinub, Piloswine will be next. I love the Ice Path so much. I have further thoughts on Gen 2 incoming very shortly, but love the Ice Path. Wanted a native, an ice type that's native Generation 2. An ice ground is a cool combination. And then the final target will be Skarmory or Xatu. The encounters for Skarmory might be quite slow, which is why Xatu is a kind of backup. I think once I get there, I'll see. But I think both are really cool. And to be honest, maybe Xatu will just be my preferred anyway. But yeah, I will see when we get there. So those are the targets. For Alligator, Fortress, Espeon, Kingdra, Piloswine, and Skarmory/Xatu. Would be really great to be able to hunt Larvitar, Sneasel, Mr. Revis, Houndour, for example. These are Pokemon that only appear, though, after the Elite Four. So, not quite feasible for this quest. But maybe one day I will hunt them in Generation 2. Maybe even trade them over to a new playthrough, obedience permitting. So that I can play through the Johto portion of the game with them, because you rarely get to do that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the team. James, your favourite so far has been ADEF. Ah, yes, of course, I remember you commenting on that video, James. Yeah, you teach science at the college level. Fantastic. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed. It's a shame that ADEF's camera wasn't playing ball that time. I think there were internet issues or something. But at least we could hear what he said. That's the important thing. I had such a fascinating time talking to ADEF. That video was on the channel for anyone interested. I dropped it a few weeks ago now. I think it was episode 41, maybe. And this week's is episode 46. So actually that's gone quite fast. I'm glad you enjoyed this episode. Content as well as mine speaks to you. Brilliant. Well, it's all about finding the content that does speak to you. To have on in the background while you're doing other things, just to watch in its own right. Very nice. And plenty more content on the channel coming. I realise the podcast has been my main offering for the past year, really. But there have been a couple of other videos there too, vlogs and shiny hunting videos and so on. But plenty more planned. My EUIC video that I've been working on, my Safari Week video summarising last year's Safari Week, that's coming. To be honest, at this rate, it might come out nearer this year's Safari Week. But there's a whole bunch of channel lore that happened in Safari Week last year, which I'm excited to unpack for you all. Streams that I've reaching the culmination of that I want to turn into a video, like for example my Ledian stream, soloing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond with Ledian. I haven't finished that quest yet, but we're nearing the end. We're at the Elite Four. We've soloed the entire game with Ledian, if you can believe, and now we just need to beat the Elite Four. All sorts of things. You know, I'm a fan of everything that Pokemon video games have to offer, and if you are too, then this channel is the place for you. Anyway, that's a long-winded way of saying plenty more content to come, James. And all likes and subscribes, hugely appreciated. I'm nearly at 800 subscribers. The aim is to reach 1,000 by the anniversary of the channel in mid-April. So all help towards that goal, hugely, hugely appreciated. Dream Team Quest on Platinum. Very nice. Still going for your starter, Piplup. That would be my starter as well, Ronnie. Very cool. What a Pokemon. Badge quest on Heart Gold, hunting for the second team member on Route 32. I see, so you don't have predetermined targets in Heart Gold. And which Pokemon appear in Route 32? Remind me which route that is, Ronnie. Very cool, though. This year is going by fast. It really is, isn't it, Shay? It really is. We're already, you know, heading towards mid-March. What is going on? What is going on? A sixth of the year down already. Crazy. So, you're going to Super Nintendo World and hopefully Worlds. Very nice, Shay. Very nice indeed. Yeah, and travel certainly helps to make a year go faster too. Even when you're not actually there, just knowing it's on the horizon, it sort of splits up the year, doesn't it? Mentally. Very exciting though. Busy year ahead for you. Have you been to a Pokemon event before, Alan? Or Shay? Have you been to a live Pokemon tournament before, of any kind? So, evolving Eevee into Umbreon at exactly 30 so it can get Bite and Confuse Ray is quite the struggle. Ooh, that's really interesting, Meddler. Really interesting you say that, because strangely enough, yesterday, I'm just doing a casual Pokemon Crystal playthrough on the side. And because I'm going for Espeon in this team, I thought, well, why don't I go for Umbreon in that one? And yesterday, my Eevee evolved into Umbreon, which I'm delighted with. I've never had an Umbreon in Generation 2. I didn't realise, though, that you can also get Confuse Ray at level 30. Very nice. Well, mine evolved to level 32. So, yeah, I guess I missed the boat on the Confuse Ray, but oh well. Oh well. I don't think I would see myself using Confuse Ray that much. But good luck to you, Medley. Yeah, I guess you just, like, you know, give your Eevee a haircut. Give it as many haircuts as you can before leveling it up at all, basically. Is that what your sort of plan is? Dream Team sounds amazing. Thanks so much, James. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. I'm pleased with it. Gen 2 is my favourite. Johto is my favourite region, so Yeah, just all the nostalgia. Very cozy. You're shiny hunting for Totodile too, but in Soul Silver. Very cool. You're hunting for Slowpoke or Slowbro in Slowpoke well in Heart Gold for a badge quest. Cool. Lovely target. Great shiny, James. Yeah, funny you mentioned Totodile and Soul Silver. Last summer, I was just doing casual resets on Heart Gold for any of the 3 Johto first partners. Which is whatever shined first. And it was actually Totodile, which is my favourite. And at the time, I was watching Quick Panic's shiny badge quest culmination video that he did in Heart Gold. So I decided this is the universe telling me I now need to start a shiny badge quest in Heart Gold. So I did. And I'm keeping all the other discoveries on that quest confidential. Because at some point in the future, maybe years to come, I will release that video. And it'll be a nice little Easter egg surprise. Having said that, I haven't done too much hunting on that of late because I've been focusing on this Totodile. The resets take so long, and so I just want to get through as many as I can as swiftly as possible. Because at least, you know, the future hunts won't take quite as long. So the more resets I get in for Totodile now, the better. That's a female, so we can reset. Has females be shiny in this generation? Welcome in, everybody, if you're just tuning in. Thanks so much for being here. If you saw my ridiculous compilation of terrible jokes from the European International Championships a couple of weeks ago, then I'm sorry you had to endure that. Or I hope you found them very funny. If you're a fan of a dad joke like I am, or a bad joke, then it's certainly a nice little joke compilation for you. Anyway, that's on the channel. Yes, I am a caster for the Pokemon Video Game Championship Series. It was such an honour and a pleasure. So much fun to cast EUIC a couple of weeks ago. But I enjoy the casual side of Pokemon too, evidently, with this shiny hunting. All likes and subscribes, hugely appreciated. And the latest episode of my podcast, Chazingdra Chats, dropped today as well, featuring Droobish. Fascinating content creator, so do check that out. It's linked below. Safari Week, what's that, Shay? Well, 1 week in June every year, shiny hunters set themselves the challenge of shiny hunting exclusively in the Safari Zone, where, of course, Pokemon can run away from you. Pretty terrifying. Yeah, and without spoiling too much of the video, I went many, many tens of thousands of encounters before finding any shiny. What happened next, you will have to see. But it was also my first ever streams, so it's a very special time. And it was quite the saga that unfolded. So I'll leave it at that. South of Violet City. Oh, I see Mareep. Yeah, of course, that area of grass. Interesting, yeah. I see a lot of people going for Mareep in that area. I think my choice would probably be Hoppip. I love Wooper and Quagsire as well, don't get me wrong. In fact, over lockdown, I did a mono-type water run of Soul Silver, which was so much fun. Oh, my goodness. And Quagsire was on that team. But cool targets, Ronnie. Bellsprout, Rattata, or Zubat at night. Yes, absolutely. For one of my Heart Gold secret shiny badge quest routes, I was hunting the route just east of Violet City, where you can find Spinarak, Bellsprout, Hoot Hoot. This is at night exclusively. Or Pidgey during the day, I think. So yeah, I'm familiar, Ronnie, with what you mean. You've not been to a live event. Nice. Your birthday is Friday. Oh, cool. What, the Friday of Worlds or this coming Friday? Either way, a very happy birthday time to you, Shay. And you're in for a treat going to your first Pokemon live event. And I have a feeling it won't be your last. I know that Ronnie can attest to that. I'm sure plenty of others in the chat. Now or later on, we'll be able to as well. Hello, Tomori. Good to see you. Ah, Tomori. I was just about to say, I was watching your EUIC video today, and I thoroughly appreciate your shout-out that you gave me with the terrible jokes. Really, really pleased you enjoyed. And thank you for sharing. That's a really lovely thing that you did in your video, so thank you. And I really enjoyed your video. So thank you for making it. Thank you for showcasing your EUIC experience, and congratulations on your Absol. I also tuned in very briefly, Tomori, to your Arceus stream earlier. How's that hunt going? I literally just dipped in and dipped back out, but really cool target, and good luck to you on that hunt, Tomori. Getting closer to 30 every year. It's true, Shay. It's true. I mean, we're all getting closer to every successive age every year. Is another way to think about it, you know. Don't need to be too downhearted. Less than 2 years, you'll be 30. It's okay, Rani. 30 is a new dawn. A new dawn, I'm sure. Awesome, can't wait to see the video. Great, yeah, James. It's going to be a fun Shiny Battle Quest video. And what's most fun about it is I don't know when it's going to end. I don't know when the quest will end. Don't know when it will be ready. Maybe I'll stream the Elite Four on that run. I'm not sure. Anyway. You saw some of my jokes to use and your friends. Shay, I'm glad that you thought they were that good. Thank you so much. And I hope your friends enjoyed them. So, James, you have Shiny Quilava, Lileep, Hitmontop, and Entei as team members currently. Very cool. Also have a Shiny Chikorita and Gyarados, but they aren't team members. Well, we all have the Gyarados if you talk about Heart Gold, Soul Silver, James. But great. Lileep especially. Fantastic Shiny. Entei too. Wow. So you were doing the Roma hunt for the Entei, were you? That's an intense thing to take on, but good for you if you did. Very cool, James. So is shiny hunting sort of your main activity within Pokemon? I think you can really do to get a Friendship Evolution in GSC at a fast pace and invest all of your cash into battle items. That's true, yeah. Money is limited at that point. Yeah, I didn't actually use any battle items on my Eevee. I could have done, though. But yeah, like you, I wanted to conserve money. And to be fair, I wasn't aware of the moveset with the Confuse Ray option there, but there you go. Welcome in, Gladius. Hello! Gladius, it's been a while. Yes, I remember you being there in the Safari streams. Loved hunting Safari Week while watching streams. Hello, Gladius. Good to see you. And I'm so pleased that you enjoyed that. Been a while since you've tuned in. No worries, Gladius. I hope work's going okay. And it's just fantastic to see you back here now. How have you been? How have you been? Safari Week, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but Safari Week is 3 months away. 3 months? That's nothing. Feels like we were only streaming Safari Week so recently, so that's terrifying, to be honest with you. Absolutely terrifying. You know, we say, oh, time's going so fast, but then on quite a deep existential level, I'm pretty terrified about it, to be honest. Don't know how you all feel about it, but yeah. We just enjoy the ride, don't we? Try and keep ourselves as busy as we can. And that, of course, in turn makes time go even faster, but that's the best way to be. Keyslock, good to see you. Welcome in, Keyslock. I am doing very well, thanks. How are you doing? Hope you're having a very merry day, and I hope it's about to get merrier. What brings you here to the stream tonight, Keyslock? Are you shiny hunting alongside? Always a pleasure to see you. Wish you could turn back time to go to a UIC. It was magical, wasn't it, Ronnie? It was really magical. Especially just because of how hype the tournament turned out to be, with how the finals played out. And oh, really, really one for the history books. 33-year-old, you can confirm it's a new door. James, thank you for sharing. Yeah. Cheers, man. No worries, Tom. Just slowly plodding along on Arceus. Platinum copy has been kind to you so far. Well, let's hope that continues, Tom. Let's hope it continues. You got the shiny Lileep and Hitmontop from Platinum. Yeah, that makes sense, James. Managed to get shiny Roaming Entei in 11 months. Wow, shiny Entei your main way to play. Very cool, James. Very cool. 11 months is a long time, but those long hunts just make it all the more worthwhile, don't they? I really hope that this hunt doesn't take 11 months for the Totodile, because we have an entire quest planned out here. But anyway, am I going to do Safari Week again? Of course I'm going to do Safari Week again, Ronnie. Of course I am. I had such a good time. Who else is planning on doing Safari Week? Shiny hunting in the Safari Zone for a week in June, where the Pokemon can run away from you. And with that, 3,600 resets, everybody. 4096 is half odds. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Still in this Mystic, for sure. For sure, these resets are pretty slow. Much slower than some of the later encounters we'll do for targets on this hunt. But it is what it is. Totodile was my first partner in Pokemon Silver, so the things we do for nostalgia, eh? The things we do for nostalgia. How you doing, Mystic? Good to see you. Hello, Ethan. Always a pleasure. How's your Wednesday going? Hope you're having a very merry day. Do we have a shiny? No, we do not. Nothing about shiny hunting, Shay, but you'll learn that the Pokemon community is all about teaching people new things. Very good point, Shay. And you'll learn that even more in full force at your first live Pokemon event when you attend. There's not much to know about shiny hunting, really, Shay. You just keep encountering Pokemon, be it resets like this or random encounters in the grass or a cave or where have you, until you find a shiny, an alternately coloured variant of a Pokemon that sparkles when you find it. That rarity, there's nothing quite like the thrill of finding a shiny in these games. Especially the older games in my case, because of that nostalgia. I recommend giving it a go, Shay, but I would also recommend having something else on in the background. You know, a film, a podcast, like Chazingdra Chats, or other YouTube, like Chazingdra Chats, or other stuff on the channel, or anything, you know, or listening to music or something. And then the encounters fly by. The main activity is the other thing you're doing, and then the encounters go quickly, and you might end up with a very cool, very rare shiny Pokemon at the end of it. It'll be your first Safari Week this year. Very cool, Tom. Very cool. Still thinking of ways to make the video interesting. To be honest, Safari Week videos are so popular, you probably wouldn't have to do much to make it interesting, Tom. It would probably just innately be pretty interesting. But very exciting will be your first Safari Week. All the very best to you for it. Do you have any targets in mind already? Mystic, you haven't been in one of these in a minute. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. It's really good to see you, though. Hope you have amazing luck this year, and you've been good. Thanks so much, Gladius. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hopefully better luck than last year. Wow. Get a message on hunting, trying to finish your dream team finally in Fire Red. Hope everything's going well. Thank you. Remind me what your dream team is in Fire Red. Love a dream team. Probably my favourite way to shiny hunt, to be honest. I would hate to shiny hunt just for a Pokemon I then just put in the box forever, you know? I want a shiny hunt for Pokemon that I can play through the game with, you know, they mean something special. Hope it hunts quick. Thank you very much, James. Thank you. Totodile being a starter in ZA may be the enticement. It needs to show up. Exactly. Exactly. Totally agree with you. Yeah, who is going for Totodile in ZA? I think I will be. What are our chosen ZA starters? I do love Chikorita too, but Totodile is my boy, you know, from back in the day. How about you, James? Which of the ZA first partners will you be going for? Wednesday's going good. Currently prepping to film some cooking content. Nice. Bootodon. What is that, Ethan? What is Bootodon? Sounds fascinating. Miles Davis in the chat, everybody. Jazz legend, Miles Davis. Welcome in, Miles. I am joking, of course. You're excited for Safari Week? It's in your calendar. Nice. Although we don't know the specific dates yet. Important to know. Just sometime in June. But, yeah, cannot wait for Safari Week, Miles. So you're mainly a shiny hunter by trade as well? Welcome in if you're just tuning in, everyone. Please do like and subscribe if you're enjoying, and check out the latest episode of my podcast, Chazingdra Chat. This week featuring Droomish, Pokemon content creator, sort of the philosophy in Pokemon games. How games make us feel. Had such interesting chat with Droomish. You get to know life stories, and you get to know the 6 Dream Team Pokemon of each of the guests that I have on the show. Nearly 50 episodes at this point, so bound to be something for everyone. A broad range, shiny hunters, competitive players, and so on. You're going to be doing Safari Week, but you feel like you're going to forget because of college. Yeah, I think, though, Mystic, there'll be so much talk about Safari Week online, you'll be reminded pretty swiftly. Oops. I was kind of intimidated by Safari Week. You'd be devastated if shiny ran. Yeah, James, yeah. I just think it's one of those things that's a bit of fun, really. If it runs, at least you saw one. Like, imagine seeing a shiny Chansey or a shiny Kangaskhan or something. You know what I mean? Even just seeing them, that's something that a very, 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 very few people in the world will have experienced. That's kind of the way I see it. No solid targets, Tom, but you love the crazy colours of shiny Taurus. Yeah! Fluorescent green bull. Love to see it. Finding one of those massive targets would be a dream. A dream. In Safari Week. So outside of Safari Week is in your calendar, Miles, of course. As we said before, you're going with Tepig Heath. Of course you are. And hello, Heath. Welcome in. Embor the wrestling pig, I guess. How are you doing, Heath? How's your week going? Hope you're having a very merry day as well. Appreciate you all being here, everybody. Thank you so much. Hello, Ace. It's been a little while, hasn't it? How are you doing, Ace? As I said to Tomery, I was just watching Tom's video today from EUIC. How was your EUIC experience, Ace? I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the 8192 Shiny Challenge. I was sad not to be hosting it this year, but it just wouldn't have been feasible. And thanks so much to Shimon for hosting it instead. You want Totodile and ZA, James? You love them all. Probably choose Totodile first. Yeah. You want shinies you can use in a playthrough more than just sit in a box. Yeah. I mean, there are some really cool targets to hunt. Like legendaries that might end up spending most of their time in a box. But, I don't know. Yeah, that's just the way I prefer to do shiny hunting. Share a birthday with that jazz legend. Do you, Heath? You share a birthday with Miles Davis. Very cool. Hello, Ash. Welcome into the stream. As I said before, very cool to see what targets you were going for in the 8192 Shiny Challenge. Are you continuing with those hunts? Hope you are. Scared of the concept of safari hunts. That's fair enough, but I think they're worth it, Ash. I'd say they're worth it. Japanese caramel pork rice ball. Wow, that sounds amazing. Bootodon. 100% going for Totodile. Mighty Shiny Hunt, your stars for ZA, just saved on it. Yeah, I imagine that the first partners will be Shiny Locked in ZA, but I guess, you know, there'll be outbreaks or something. Maybe we can even breed them for shininess. It's interesting, isn't it? Because ZA is, and I realise that people across the pond might be saying ZA, and that's fair enough. In the UK, we tend to say Z rather than Z, so I'll commit to that. Interesting that in Legends Arceus it was set in the past, and ZA is, well, the future, really. There's no hard and fast rule, of course, as to the time it's set, but I personally really enjoyed the fact that ZA was set in the that Arceus was set in the past. I'm sure ZA is going to be amazing still, but yeah, I liked that more old-timey element learning of some of Pokemon's origins. Glad you're doing well, Ace. Yeah, doing brilliantly, thank you. My throat is still a little bit ropey, but doing okay. I was working on my EUIC video myself today, actually, and I'm excited for you all to see that when it comes out. Maybe a month's time, maybe a bit more. Sort of, it's a vlog, but it's also like breaking down what goes into the prep as a caster and how a little peek behind the curtain as to the events and things like that. So I haven't seen a video like it, so I hope that people enjoy it. Ethan. Yes, okay, so Miles, you're currently hunting for Dialga and BDSP. Yeah, true. Those are long resets, but will be such a cool find when you do get it, Miles. So good luck to you. How many resets are you on? I love a turquoise shiny. I personally prefer Palkia to Dialga, but I love a turquoise shiny, and Dialga represents that so beautifully. You're named after that Miles Davis. Very nice, Miles. Very nice. Are you a fan of Miles Davis's music? Pokemon reminds me what it's like to have childlike wonder and curiosity. Exactly, Shay. Exactly. Likewise. I've grown up with the franchise for many years, and it always, always has that effect on me. I think that's, to be honest, why so many of us keep coming back to it. Charizard, Suicune, Dragonite, Umbreon, Nidoking, and Mewtwo. Wow, you're going for Suicune as well, Gladius. Another roaming hunt. Bold targets. It's going to feel so good when you get them. So Dragonite, that's going to be quite tough as well. You're going to Safari Zone that one, or are you going to go to the game corner for it? Umbreon, so I'll have to trade that one over Gladius, I guess. I can't remember. Is it Ruby Sapphire Emerald that have Day and Night, or Fire Red Leaf Green? I think it's Ruby Sapphire Emerald. So I have to trade that one over, I guess, evolving it into Umbreon. Mewtwo too. You have all of them but the Suicune and Mewtwo, so you need to beat the Elite Four. Yeah, that's true. So that means you're doing the Elite Four with just 4 Pokemon. Charizard, Dragonite, Umbreon, Nidoking. Those 4 can do it. I reckon those 4 can do it. Seeing the Safari target rather than catching it is a good way to look at it. Never thought of it that way. Yeah, exactly. Imagine seeing it on your screen. Imagine seeing a shiny Tauros, Chansey, Kangaskhan, etc. Pinsir, Scyther. There in the Safari Zone. And then imagine how you'd have felt if you'd found that as a child, you know, on your first playthrough of the game. Just mind-blowing. UIC was great. It certainly was, Ace. I'm glad you had a fantastic time. You can use them in certain battle facilities. You want to shiny hunt the Kanto starter in post-game? Oh, yeah, of course. That's a really good idea. Use it in your next playthrough. Love that idea, James. Yes. Because you get access to the Kanto first partners after beating Red, isn't it, in Art Gold Soul Silver. Very nice. Glad you're doing alright, Heath. Workers had you in an angry mood. I'm sorry to hear that. Really just hanging on until the weekend. Good luck for that, Heath, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend ahead. I'm sorry that work's been getting you down. I hope that things improve on that front very soon. You intend to continue all the shiny hunts, but you have not much time since then. That's understandable, Ash, understandable. You have UIC as this little sort of holiday where you can focus on them. It'll feel really good when you are able to focus on them again. So they shine a lot of them now. Yeah, I know what you mean, Ronnie. Yeah, it is what it is. At least we can shiny hunt them in other games. Or, you know, just anything that isn't specifically that starter, that first partner Pokemon. You say Z. Ooh, maybe that comes from being a Northerner. Wow. Yeah, maybe, Tom, maybe. I've never thought that was a particularly Northern thing. But yeah, that's interesting to know. Interesting to know. Just had a brain blast and now... Well, enjoy that, Mystic. Oops. I meant to say yes to the nickname. Huge fan of Mars music, and you're at 129 resets. Okay, so pretty early on. Maybe you'll have a pleasant early surprise, Mars. Only time will tell. But I'm glad you're a huge fan of Mars music, because that could be awkward otherwise. Will I be streaming? ZA. Don't remember if I asked. If I like the new battle system. Good question, Shay. Good question. So, in terms of... I was thinking there about the battle system. It's too early to tell, really, whether I like it or not. Maybe it'll be amazing when we play it through. What I would say is I wasn't the biggest fan of the strong style, agile style in Legends Arceus. Because, you know, there'll be times where you're in a battle with a trainer or a wild Pokemon, and it would attack, like, 5 times in a row, and it's like, excuse me, can I move, please? I never could quite get my head around the specific turn order in that game. But this is different, obviously, following around. It's more real-time. It's a bit more like Pokemon Go, almost. Keeps you on your toes rather than, like, this chess, almost, style of battling we have now. Thing is, obviously, as a competitive Pokemon video game commentator, I love the way Pokemon battles are already. So, if they'd kept the battles exactly the same, to be honest, I'd have been thrilled with you. I guess what they're doing is, you know, just doing a litmus test, trying out new methods of battle to see if it works, if people like it, to have more options in the future, perhaps. So, my opinions, my judgment is reserved for now. Shay is a really good question. I think it could be fun, though. Could be fun. What do you think of the new battle system, everybody? What do you all think of the new battle system in Legends ZA? Hey. Hello, Luke. Welcome in. I know Miles Davis in the chat. Isn't it amazing, Luke? Your son is also named after Miles Davis. Ah, with a Y7I. Wow. Well, a lot of Miles Davis love coming out here. How are you doing, Luke? Hope you're having a very merry day. Oops, didn't mean to check in, meant to reset. And will I be streaming ZA to come back to that question, Shay? I imagine so. I imagine so. It's interesting. Before I started streaming, I was like, wow, but you know, when a new game comes out, maybe I just want to enjoy it for myself first. I think I've had a perspective shift on that. I do, but I also want to enjoy it with the community. What I will say, though, is I am the kind of player who likes to be very thorough. I will check everything. Talk to everyone. So I guess watching a stream of that might get a bit slow. But, you know, I'm also a big believer in being true to yourself, right? Playing the way you want to play, whether it's on stream or not, because otherwise what's the point? Whatever gives you personal fulfillment. So yeah, I imagine I'll be streaming ZA Shay Allen. So exciting, a new Pokemon game on the horizon. It always is. Currently hunting Inkay and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. 14,000. Wow, that is the longer side, isn't it, Ace? But you've had some pretty swift hunts this year, if I recall correctly. Not least your Shellos in Pearl. My goodness me. The Birmingham 8192 Shiny Challenge. You can see the video of that on my channel, everybody. How many shinies can we find in an hour on the older Pokemon games? And Ace found one. Incidentally, Luke, I'm aware you've sent me a message, and I need to get back to you. It's on my to-do list. It's on my radar. I apologise, I haven't yet. But I'm glad you're doing well, Luke. No worries, Heath. And good luck for that Suicune hunt, Gladius. It'll be fun, though. And it'll be such a cool target to have. My goodness, a Roma. Amazing. You need to play it, see if it's a good battle system. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking too, Ronnie. I think the new system looks interesting, but as you say, I need to see more first. Yeah. Agree with you, Tom. I like that, especially in RPGs. Walking into every house, exhausting all the flavor text. Yeah. Like, whenever, you know, even playing like a platform game, I will collect all the collectibles and... Because the way I see it, the developers have put in so much time and care into making a fleshed out experience. And I want to therefore give the game the attention it deserves. Go through with a fine tooth comb. Just as, you know, to honour all the effort that went into the game. Devil's Advocate on streaming ZA. Interesting, Ash. I'm looking forward to reading this take. Lots of people might be streaming at launch, so don't feel pressured to stream the first playthrough. Don't want to. It's a good point, Ash. It's a good point. I'll see. It's one of those things, a bit like with the battle system, to be honest. If I feel like it, then I will. And I obviously can't tell right now. But I appreciate that thought, Ash. ZA looks great, Heath. New battle style is pretty good. Sadly, you're kind of Pokemon Hour right now. These streams aren't included in that burnout. These are relaxing. Good, Heath. Pokemon Out, that's interesting. And it is important to take little breaks. Very important indeed. To rediscover that love of the game. So, I'm glad that you're taking things chill, Heath. And also very glad that you're still in the streams. Sometimes just watching other people play Pokemon is what we need. Is there a reason for that in particular, Heath? Have you been playing Pokemon a bit too much recently, or you just need a break? We all need it. I've been taking a bit of a break from competitive Pokemon over the past couple of weeks myself after EYC that I was commentating. Which is really necessary, I think. The metagame is ever evolving. If you try and keep up at all times, it can be just a little bit too exhausting. Obviously, I keep up, but just not as much as maybe I would do, for example, when I had EUIC on the horizon. Just refocusing my camera there. So yeah, it's got to be sustainable. The Pokemon season goes on. It's always going to be there, so we can dip out and come back in. BDSP stuff has been hyped. Yeah! Ledian. Speaking of which, thank you for teeing that up for me, Heath. 5:45 tomorrow, same time as always. Third attempt at the Elite Four with Ledian on Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Flint has been a real thorn on our side. I'm going to be doing some leveling up on IRSR Ledian tomorrow before the stream. To try and make Flint a little bit more winnable. Maybe we'll beat Flint, maybe then we'll beat Lucian, maybe then we'll beat Cynthia, and then the challenge will be done. But loving that challenge, soloing the game with Ledian. Made it all the way to the Elite Four with just Ledian. If you can believe it. Maybe we'll have to look into in-battle items as well against Flint. But it could all come to an end tomorrow. So see you tomorrow, 5:45 on this very channel. 5:45 UK time, of course. I've been loving that quest as well. No worries, Luke, of course. You love flavor text and lore. Poketoons, some of your favorite things on YouTube. Yeah, Shay, yeah. The Poketoons. I need to remind myself of those. Speaking of which, you've just awoken a memory for me, Shay. Back in, it would have been 2018, I think. The Pokemon channel was putting out these very brief animated shorts, maybe 5 minutes, of like core moments from each of the main series Pokemon games. And it happened to pop up. I don't know, at that point I actually wasn't watching too much Pokemon YouTube, but for whatever reason it popped up. And it was the Generation 2 one, which obviously I'm a sucker for. And it was Lance and Dragonite taking down the Team Rocket hideout in Mahogany Town. And it was so lovely just to lean back into that nostalgia and that lore and memories of Generation 2, and yeah. And I spent a lot of that summer playing Pokemon Platinum. Good times. Feeling a bit of burnout with VGC, is trying to step away from that. Yeah, and it's easy to get burned out with VGC, I think, Luke, because it's constantly evolving. I guess especially because we're revisiting Regulation Set G now. It's still a very different meta game from what it was around the time of the World Championships last year, but yeah, just as with everything, treat yourselves with kindness. I think you probably stream the first day of ZA, but you like to go through things at your own pace. Yeah, fair enough. Don't want to feel pressure to be entertaining. I guess the benefit, though, there, Tom, is that inherently it's going to be entertaining because people will be so excited to see the new game. Yeah, who knows, Tom? I mean, when we reach that time, maybe you'll be in a position where you want to stream it. I don't know. Really fantastic what you're doing with your content, by the way, Tom. Great to see another UK Shiny Hunter. I feel like we're far outnumbered by our friends over in the NA region. Plenty of us, I'm sure, just not too many making content. It's great to see, though, some content creators elsewhere in Europe who are shiny hunting. Heath, consuming too much speculation. Right, fair enough. Yeah, I know what you mean, Heath. People can be very quick to criticize, even when, you know, the games aren't out yet. There's so much that we need to explore. Yeah, it can be a bit disillusioning, I guess. So, yeah, you take things at your own pace. What time is it now in the UK? It is nearly 7 in the evening, James. What time is it for you? Where are you based? Hello, Alex. Good to see you. Doing well, thank you, my friend. How are you doing? Hope you're having a very merry day. I hope it's about to get merrier. How's your week going? Alex, we've been talking about ZA. Which will be your first partner of choice in Pokemon Legends ZA? And if you haven't let me know yet, let me know. I'm a Totodile man. Evidently. Luke, you're sympathizing with Heath. Spoils the atmosphere even if you try to ignore it. Yeah, I know what you mean. Know what you mean, Luke. As you were saying, Shay, it's that childlike wonder, wide-eyed wonder that we try and uphold as Pokemon fans. And I guess, yeah, it can be a little bit draining to see people immediately jumping to conclusions and assuming the worst, and yeah. You remember that series, Ash? Nice, I'm glad you do, because it's pretty niche. I guess it's still up on the channel, though. I might have to seek them out for a bit of a trip down memory lane. Wow. That's true. You do plan on booking the weekend off work when ZA comes out. Nice. Could stream all weekend. That sounds glorious. Sounds glorious, Tom. What work do you do, if you don't mind me asking? No worries if you'd rather not say. I hope we don't have to work too hard at weekends generally. Need more UK rep. For sure, Tom, let's fly that flag. Fly that flag. And I'm glad you enjoyed the 8192 Shining Challenge, Tom, as well. Such a shame that I couldn't host it this time or even be there. But yeah, I was a little bit busy, unfortunately, with the casting. But I look forward to more. So great that we've got those challenges going. It was an honour to be the one to bring them over from the NA region for the Birmingham Regional Championships. And it's amazing how popular they've been. I mean, nearly 40 people at the challenge at UIC. Huge. Huge. I knew the appetite was there. It's just a case of bringing it out. And if you're unfamiliar, the 8192 Shining Challenge is as many shines as we can find in an hour on the older games where the odds are 1 in 8,192. 1 found at EUIC and Articuno, 2 found in Birmingham with far fewer people and far fewer encounters. Which is strange. Always so fun to shiny hunt in person. But the next best thing, shiny hunting on stream. Female cannot be shiny in this game in terms of Totodile. Hello, Shino Tagger. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How are you doing? Hope you're having a merry day, and I hope it's about to get merrier. You just bred shiny Chikorita in gold. Good for you. Very cool. How many eggs did that take? Another female Totodile. You already had Totodile, so now your ZA starters or first Pokemon are ready in case they get new forms. Very cool, Shino. Very cool that you were thinking ahead like that. So are you mainly a shiny hunter, Shino? And welcome to the stream. It's always a pleasure to see a new name in the chat. So thanks for being here. Likes and subscribes, hugely appreciate everybody. I'm nearly at 800. Nearly at 800 subscribers. And my aim is to reach 1,000 by mid-April, which actually I keep thinking it's still February, but no, we're very much in March now. So that's about a month away. I think we can do it. I think we can do it, to be honest with you. Mid-April is the anniversary of my channel, and I've got lots of exciting ideas for that. Channel memberships on the horizon. Alex Usplash in the chat, designing badges and emoji for me. Exciting times. Also did the fantastic thumbnail for the Birmingham 8192 Shining Challenge video. So yeah, this channel, Chazingdra, a good place to be over the next few weeks and beyond. So, James, you are in the center of the United States. I see. It's lunchtime where you are. Listening in your office at work as you enter grades. Well, good luck at work. Good luck at work, James. I hope everything's going okay. What do you mean by entering grades? I appreciate you tuning in. As with everyone. Used to listen to a lot of Pokemon videos while working. Now you're listening to other things and avoiding those. Yeah, now it's probably a good time to avoid those videos, Heath. So many more things to listen to while, you know, the hubbub around all the new information we have dies down. It'll be interesting to see if they, like they did with Scarlet and Violet, sort of drip feed news about ZA over the course of the year. That'd be very exciting indeed. Those really build up the hype. Like, do you remember when they revealed Grafaiai? That was its own reveal. I remember that trailer where Frigoraph debuted. I get so excited whenever I see that they're going to announce new news. About to get the kids to sleep, then you crash on the sofa. Sounds good, Alex, sounds good. Good luck with the bedtime routine, and yeah, a well-earned crash. Pick Chikorita, nice! Pick Chikorita. Excellent, and we'll see what final forms are in store for us in ZA. Speaking of which, you might have seen my silly Mega Meganium skit that's on the channel. Very much enjoyed doing that. All sorts of comedy skits on the channel beyond that, and I want to get more into doing those comedy skits, or get back into doing them as regularly, so look forward to those, and if you haven't seen the skit, then I hope you enjoy. It's just a bit of fun. I wonder what I'll pick, Alex. Yes, fairly obvious. Fairly obvious. Totodile. In case that wasn't blindly obvious. It took you about 50 or so eggs, Shino. Well, that's not many at all, is it? That's very lucky. I could do with some of that luck on this hunt. It's a slow old hunt, and it would help if I would actually reset the game when I intend to. As opposed to mispressing. That would help speed things along. You're a porter at a hospital, pretty chill. Oh, I see. Yeah, fair enough, Tom. Fair enough. Very valuable work. Thank you for doing that work. Hope you do enjoy doing that, Tom. I hope you do. A few good things to mention. Bulking season is over. You're down £15 from 2 weeks ago. Nice. Jiu-Jitsu went great this morning. Got back to listening to your audiobook. It's all about those little other things, isn't it, Heath? Just to keep us going. Glad that things are going so well for you. And I'm glad that Jiu-Jitsu went great. Nice. And which audiobook are you listening to? Hello, Jack. Welcome in. Always a pleasure to see you. I hope you're bringing the shiny luck with you, Jack. Are you having a merry day, Jack? I hope you are. Hope it's about to be even merrier. How's your day going, Jack? New reality soon too. We went out 38. I know. I thought 38 seemed too many as well, but amazing. Incredible scenes. In fact, I wonder how many there were at NAIC and Worlds last year. Exciting times for shiny hunting in Europe. Love to see you stream ZA because you'd love to share the excitement with everyone here when it comes out. Yeah, exactly, Shay, exactly. That's part of the main draw for me to streaming ZA. Sharing the excitement. And there's going to be a lot of it. I feel like it hasn't been... We haven't had to go this long without a new Pokemon game for many years. You know, think about Gen 7. Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu came out. Gen 8, we had Legends Arceus, we had BDSP. But then since Scarlet and Violet, no new mainline game. Which, you know, I feel like is potentially a good thing. Because it means, hopefully, that they are putting a lot of time and effort into Generation 10. As they should. It's such a popular franchise, it'd be silly not to. So yeah, it'll be so much excitement when ZA comes out. You're a science professor? As you say, James, yes. Entering grades for the most recent lab. Oh, I see, yeah, I see. I guess that is fairly monotonous work, fairly repetitive, so the stream is probably a good thing to have alongside. Appreciate you being here, James. You're more of a shiny hunter than anything. You enjoy looking for those alternate coloured pixels. I was talking to Blue Vactor, my friend Blue Vactor, about this recently, who I've also featured on my podcast, by the way. That's on the channel. I think it's episode 37. Although, actually, I'm going to move away from putting the episode numbers in the titles because I think it gives people the impression that they have to listen to every episode up to that point to enjoy it, which is definitely not the case, but I wouldn't want to make people think that. Either way, we are approaching the 50th episode. But anyway, I was talking to Blue Vactor about just how powerful it is, how simple the concept of shinies are, and yet the impact they have on us. Nostalgia is such a powerful thing. I think part of, you know, a lot of the charm is in the simplicity, actually. The fact that anyone could pick it up. Yeah, just a great thing to have going on the side. Chris, welcome in, Chris. Always a pleasure to see you here. Thank you so much for being into the chat. A pleasure to see a new name here. Congrats on the channel momentum. Thank you very much indeed, Chris. I'm glad you're enjoying the interview. That's really kind of you. What are my top 3 tips for preparing and conducting interviews with content creators? Wow, that's a fantastic question, Chris. And hello, Riley. Welcome in. How's the Zangoose hunt going? You know, my classic question. But I hope you're doing very well indeed. Top 3 tips for preparing and conducting interviews with content creators. Of course, having at least a vague knowledge of who they are, what they do. It's an obvious thing to say, but also, and the chances are you're not going to be contacting them for an interview if you had no idea who they were. But that's obviously fundamental. It's really annoying misfiring on these resets. You know, bit by bit will significantly slow things down if it keeps happening. In terms of conducting, it's one of those things, and I think this goes for casting as well. Being present is the most important thing. Just being in the moment in the interview. So you've done the prep, you know what the flow of the interview is going to be. But then when you're in there, just let it all go. Maybe you'll have on screen a little flow sheet of how the interview is going to go and the questions you intend to ask. But obviously, you want to stay alive to questions that might come to you in the moment based on what your interviewee says. So just being present as far as you can, not letting your mind wander, listening carefully to what your interviewee is saying. As for a third tip, have fun, I think. If an interview sounds too formal and stately, you know, it's called Chazingdra Chats for a reason. It's supposed to be a chat, not an interview. You know, this might vary depending on the particular show, but I want my show to have a chill vibe. The feeling that people are just hanging out with us, so to speak. So that's what I'd say, Chris. Really great question. Thank you for that. And how did you come across the channel? So listening to Journey to the West. Okay. Ooh. You know what, Heath? I actually noted that down a while ago, something I wanted to read, because I've read the entirety of the Three Kingdoms. That was a lockdown project of mine, and it was so good. I loved that quest to do that. And wonderful, wonderful stories. And Journey to the West, I think I'm right in saying, unless I'm really confusing things, another sort of Chinese saga. So yeah, I'd really love to read that, Heath. Interesting that you mentioned that. A little over a month until marriage date. Wow, Heath. Exciting times indeed. Exciting times. All the very best for that. I hope preparations are going well. Hello, Double T. Good to see you. Doing very well, thank you. How about you? Having a merry day, and I hope yours is about to be even merrier than it already is. Always a pleasure to see you, Double T. Your day is very merry so far. You figured out your Terrapagos matchup for Stockholm. Nice. Need to work on Kyogre, then you're in a good spot. Just got merry because you get to hop into a Chazingdra stream. Well, you're very sweet, Jack. Thank you so much. And welcome in, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. I am Charlie Merriman. I am merry by name and I'm merry by nature. Why can I not reset on this Game Boy? There we go. Please do like and subscribe if you're enjoying, everybody. I mean a huge amount. Nearly at 800. How am I together? I'm like 7 away from 800 at the last check. Please do help me along with that. And the latest episode on my podcast featuring Droomish came out today. Pokemon content creator. I say like philosophy content creator. Talking about how games make us feel and why. And really interesting explorations within the Pokemon game. So do check that out if you haven't already. And plenty more episodes of the podcast on the channel as well. I've got my socials linked below too. I'm at Chazingdra, X, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok. Discord community link below too. It'd be a pleasure to see you in there. Share our love for the video games off stream as well. Patreon link below too if you want to support me as a creator. Would mean a huge amount, as well as, you know, super chats and likes and stickers and things for YouTube. Channel memberships coming very soon. It's exciting times. I vlog events I cast. I stream competitively shiny hunting as well as challenge runs. Tomorrow I'll be trying to beat the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Elite Four with just Ledian. Silly comedy skits too. Plenty of Chazingdra stuff to get involved in. So, you're all very welcome here. Thank you for being here, and I hope I can make your day merry. We're having a very chill shiny hunting stream. So, you liked the numbers. I know what you mean, Ronnie. I know what you mean. I'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll put them back in, but I think for new viewers, it can be a little bit intimidating, maybe, if they see that number. That's a piece of advice that Lee Provost Osiris VGC, gave me, and I totally see where Lee's coming from. We need to bet they've been working on Gen 10 since they finished working on Gen 9, or at least the epilogue. Yeah, I would guess so too, Jack. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they've been brainstorming ideas for it for a long, long time now. Because Generation 10 and 30 years of Pokemon as well. It's a big, big time. Certain shiny goose that's been impacting you for over a year. I can't believe it's been over a year, Riley. Wow. I really, really hope it shines for you soon. It'll feel so good when it does, if there's any consolation. Love the community of shiny hunting. You yourself do it alone, like you don't record them, but you love how you're not alone along shiny Pokemon and the adventure and journey behind the hunt and the find. Exactly. And it really is an adventure and a journey. And, it's just, I think part of it for me is it's rediscovering that joy that we initially felt doing playthroughs when we were younger of Pokemon. At the time, it's like, wow, this is all new. I love Pokemon. There's a brand new world. Then as you get older, you're more used to the worlds and things that games offer, including Pokemon games. But then make it a shiny quest, and when you find it, your jaw is always still on the floor because they're just so rare. It just brings that excitement right back. I did a Pokemon Sapphire Dream Team quest a couple of years ago, before I was streaming or anything, before I was even casting, and loved that. I found all my targets, including Kyogre. That was a bonus target. I just have to beat the Elite Four now. But I thoroughly recommend Dream Team quest to anyone, really. You'll start to look forward to hunting in the evenings while doing something chill, like watching a stream or a podcast or YouTube or a film or listening to music or whatever. Good times. So I totally agree with you, Shano. Watch the joke Supercart on Instagram, so good. Made to be an announcer for sporting events. Well, Heath, that's very kind of you. Glad you enjoyed it. I'll be cooking up more jokes. That seems to be becoming my thing now. So, yeah. Sort of my brain has sometimes been wandering over the past week or so to more Pokemon one-liners that could be fun. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, Heath. That Supercart, for anyone interested, is on the channel. And it's on Instagram and on X and Blue Sky. From EUIC, I came up with the most dad jokes I could find, all with a Pokemon flavour. Don't want to ruin any of them here, so do go and check that out. Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Ah, you've read it or you're familiar with it as well, Riley. Dynasty Warriors, yes. Having a Chinese girlfriend has all come full circle. Oh, right, Riley. I also am a huge Dynasty Warriors fan. I played Dynasty Warriors 5 before. Reading the Three Kingdoms, that was kind of my gateway in. Also, the games do such a good job of explaining the lore to you. In Dynasty Warriors 5 in particular, there's like a menu option where you can just read the stories of each of the characters, and there are so many of them. Loved reading that. But it's the kind of thing that I feel like you need a lockdown to read. Even just a holiday is not going to be a long enough time. But great to see some further love for the Three Kingdoms coming out here. Thank you very much for the luck, Chris. And I hope you enjoyed that answer. Interview with Adef and Polly Ali. Oh, cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed them, Chris. Hope you enjoyed them. You're a fan of Adef and Ali's content, man. Appreciate you being here as well. Just sharing the Pokemon community love. Had such a good time talking to Adef and Ali. And are you a shiny hunter yourself, Chris? Are you a competitive player? What's your background with the franchise? And with Absol too, yeah. The most popular episode so far. We'll see if it can be surpassed at some point. Only regret starting the book was getting the unabridged version. It's so long. Oh, wow. You could just switch to the abridged version, I guess, Heath. Nothing crucial will have been cut, otherwise it would have stayed in. I suppose. Yeah, I guess it would be long. I think the illustrations are quite a big part, at least of the Three Kingdoms too, although I haven't seen them myself, so I wonder if that's the case for Journeys to the West as well. In which case, maybe the audio version isn't the best way to go, but Oh well. Sure it'll be worth it, Heath. Sure it'll be worth it. Show's really great. Enjoy the asking them what their dream team would be and the reason behind it. Great. Well, I'm glad you enjoy Shano. Yeah. I woke up at like 4 in the morning one day back in, would have been autumn 2022, with the idea for that podcast. And I was busy at the time. I was doing a one-man show. I'm an actor and writer outside of Pokemon. But then the opportunity presents itself to launch the podcast, and people have been really enjoying it. So yeah, let's hope it continues to gather momentum. But I do want it to just be one of the things that the channel offers. I'm working on so many more videos in the background, like my UIC video and more. But I'm glad people have taken to it so kindly. I hope it's the kind of format that's kind of appealing to whoever, you know, whether you're familiar with the guest or not. It's just always interesting to hear about someone's life story in their Dream Team Pokemon. But that's brilliant to hear, Shano. Thanks for sharing that. Thank you for the stream. No, of course, right, of course, Shay. No, it's my pleasure. Literally my pleasure. I wouldn't do it if I didn't find it fun. I think that's probably a good philosophy to have. Work is hectic. Hospital network is down. Stream is very relaxing. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry to hear that, Shay. That sounds very stressful indeed. Relaxing is what I'm aiming for here, so I hope you can enjoy a little bit of unwinding here, and I hope that things get back on their feet quickly for you, Shay. So that's where you work, right? You work in a hospital? Glad you're having a merry day, Double T. That's what we like to hear around these parts. Still laughing about the Darkspawn joke. Yeah, I was pleased with that one, Luke. I was pleased with that one, I won't lie. Lee's reaction to it as well. It got to a point over at UIC where I couldn't quite look at Lee without laughing. It's because we make each other laugh so much. And I think that's the best way to be. I think that energy can be kind of infectious for viewers. I've been thinking about this a lot recently. What viewers want to see, be it a stream or even a movie or any podcast or whatever, they want to see something real. They want to see some real laughter. They want to see people genuinely enjoying themselves, not putting on too much of a front. That's why I think, you know, watching outtakes from films is always so enjoyable. It's infectious, the laughter, because you're seeing someone actually laugh. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent, but that's what I guess I'm kind of aiming for with those jokes, etc., Luke. But yeah, glad you and I have a similar sense of humour. May or may not get excited and run around the house yelling when you find older game shiny Pokemon. Yeah! Exactly it. Is the little kid in you who would have loved to find them. Yes! Shano, totally agree. Totally agree. Because I also, and I talk about this in my Safari Week video as well, actually, which I'm working on. It's also just thinking, for example, when I find this Totodile in Pokemon Silver, and this is my childhood copy of the game, I've had the game for what? More than 20 years. The idea that, for example, there's always been a shiny Totodile just lurking in the game, waiting to be discovered. But I never knew about it. I've had the game for 20 years and I've never found it. It just adds a whole new layer of appreciation, you know? Might we see any non-Pokemon related acting comedy forms in the future? That's a good question, Luke. I imagine so, at some point. Not sure. Not sure. For now, in life, I'm just enjoying where the Pokemon side of things is taking me, but maybe down the line, Luke. But good question. Good question. All of these options are up in the air. Hello, Toasted. Good to see you. Welcome into the stream. Always a pleasure. Hope you're having a very merry day indeed. How are you doing, Toasted? Thanks for being here. Clocking out those starter encounters. We really are. We really are. Nearly at half odds. I really hope I get this Totodile under odds. My bet of when it's shining is in 200 encounters time. 3,879. I don't think, / I'm pretty confident, / we won't reach that on tonight's stream. Given the way things are going, I'll probably reach that off stream, because I have been continuing with this hunt off stream just to speed things along a little bit. But to go over odds when the resets are so slow would be brutal. As I've said before, I could double up on this hunt. I have Pokemon Gold as well, where I can hunt this Totodile. The idea of a Dream Team quest is that you find them all on the one save file. But yeah, we'll just have to see. Anyway, Toasted, how's your Shiny Celebi hunt going too? Very cool hunt. Okay, we'll call that Shay a pharmacist, I guess. Well, thank you for the work you do. As someone with a health condition myself, thank you for everything you do, Shay. And again, I hope the work eases up a bit soon. Yeah, for anyone who's not familiar, I have cystic fibrosis, a condition that affects mainly the lungs, but all sorts in the body, really. Actually wrote a comedy about my experiences with the condition called Wonder Drug, a comedy about cystic fibrosis. That's on YouTube, so that you can freely watch that, about my lockdown experience. So yes, I am very, very familiar with the work, the sort of work that you do, Shane, and thank you very much for it. A long-time Pokemon lover, Chris. You watched the anime as a kid. Your first game was Pokemon Blue. Nice. Playing through 3DS games at the moment. Are you enjoying the 3DS games? How are they comparing to your experience of the original games? Pokemon Blue was my first game as well, Chris. My first Pokemon game. So I love to hear that. So do you mainly enjoy playthroughs or shiny hunting or competitive? Or is it, yeah, the playthroughs, just enjoying what the games offer, Chris? Pleasure to have you here anyway. The internet died. Oh, that's a shame, Ronnie, but good. Welcome back. You have to go for your next class. Thank you so much, James. Good luck for your class. Always a pleasure to hang out with you. Hope to see you next time. I hope I've managed to catch you before you disappeared, James. But very much appreciate you hanging out. See you next time. Have a merry class. Celebi's not shining. You're planning on... Right, okay. Working on your crystal cartridge. Maybe even start a shiny Dream Team quest on there. And what would your targets be, Toasted? I'd love to hear that. Exciting times indeed. How many encounters have you done for Celebi now, Toasted? You want to see me run around when I find my Totodile? I'm pretty... You can't really see the setup here, Shano, but I'm pretty locked in right now. Kind of boxed in with my setup with the webcam film my Game Boy. But maybe you'd see me run around, jump up and down. I'll certainly be that excited. Try copy, yes. There was no other option for me, really. I had to do this quest on my childhood copy of Pokemon Silver. Make it even more special. My favourite game of all time, be it Pokemon or not. Yeah, fair enough, Shana. I'm sorry that you had a bad experience with your copies when you were younger being taken, but oh, yeah, that's really rubbish, but hope you enjoy playing on new copies. Speaking of Crystal, Toasted, I'm doing a casual playthrough of Crystal on the side. I started it over the holidays, and I'm now up to the final gym leader, actually. I need to do some leveling up first, though. I've been thoroughly enjoying playing through that. It's my first time playing Crystal, actually. At least the old misfire on the reset hasn't happened for a while. I mean, I love Generation 2, so I'm bound to love it. But it's so cool, for example, that you can find Teddy Ursa and Phampi pretty early on in Crystal. Much earlier than you can in Gold and Silver, for example. So, been enjoying having Ursaring and Donphan on my team. I chose Cyndaquil in that playthrough, actually. I don't know, I was just feeling a calling to go for Cyndaquil that time. And who else is there? So I evolved my Eevee into Umbreon yesterday. Espeon is my choice. Espeon's on this Dream Team that I'm streaming right now. Or will be, it'll be one of the targets. And so I figured, well, maybe I'll go for Umbreon then in my playthrough of Crystal. Also, Shiny Jinx, because, of course, the odd egg in Crystal has much higher shiny odds, so I shiny hunted that. I actually phased on a Cleffa, but since I have Ursaring and it's a normal type, I decided, no, I'll go for something else, and it was Smoochum that shone, which is going to make Lance significantly easier when we get to that bit of the Elite Four. The champion, I should say, to use his proper title. And the final member will be Politoed, currently just a Poliwhirl. I have the King's Rock ready to go, but I want my Poliwhirl to learn a couple of moves before I evolve it into Politoed. But anyway, thoroughly enjoying that. I love that mountain route south of Blackthorn City, where you have all sorts of options that you can take, the hopping ledges. I'm currently in the process of working my way through each one of those routes and each of its different permutations. So much fun. Ah, I love that route. I love Blackthorn City, generally. Incredible games. Some people say, you know, that, yeah, they loved Generation 2 at the time, but now with Heart Gold Soul Silver, the updated versions, what the quality of life updates and things, updated graphics, they prefer the remakes, but I love the remakes, don't get me wrong, and I love, like, the Pokeathlon, I love Voltorb Flip, but the originals are always going to hit different. Of course, because I played them when I was younger, but, yeah. That's how I see it, anyway. So yeah, thoroughly enjoying that Crystal playthrough. And also as a streamer and content creator, I think it's important to have some video game projects that are just for you. I'm not streaming this Crystal playthrough I'm doing. It might be that I try and complete the Pokédex in that game, in which case that might become a video or might become a stream, but yeah, that's something I'm learning too. Anyway, thank you for permitting me to go on that tangent about Pokemon Crystal and how much I enjoy Generation 2. Jack, fun question. What is my favourite shiny Pokemon? It's a great question, Jack. I gotta say, of course, Kingdra is my favourite Pokemon, hence Chazingdra. But I do think that the Shiny Horsey line is great. If anything, my least favourite of the line is Shiny Kingdra, to be honest with you. It's still fantastic, that purple, but the Seadra and Horsey are just a bit more interesting, I think. Seadra goes like an indigo with these coral tips, amazing. Then Horsey goes turquoise with a like pearlescent belly almost and dorsal fin. Incredible. So that's up there. I do generally love turquoise shinies. I love shiny Totodile. I have to think about it, Jack. I have to think about it. Maybe I'll have to look at a list of shiny Pokemon and decide which is my favourite, because there'll be so many that I'm forgetting, but Seadra might be what I'll say for now. Also cool that Seadra used to be a final form in itself. Chris, thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Keep up the momentum to follow your dreams. What thoughtful words. Thank you so much, Chris. Have a merry rest of your day. Hope to see you in a future stream. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had a chill time. Always a pleasure. Shiny Seadra, one of your favourites too, Medley. Yeah, fantastic choice. Favourite shiny Pokemon I found? Well, I have found Shiny Seadra as well, Jack. So that's what I'll say for now. There are so many amazing ones. Maybe I need to do a shiny tier list. That could be fun, actually. I could stream a tier list of every single shiny Pokemon. Maybe I'll do that at some point. If that's the kind of thing you'd be interested in seeing. New sprites in Crystal and the fact they're animated made it feel so fresh and new. Oh, for sure. Excuse me. My throat's still not 100%. For sure, Toasted. I didn't play Crystal when it came out. Right now is my first time playing Crystal, my first Crystal playthrough. But I could see how at the time it would feel mind-blowing to have those animated sprites. Rapper, you've always been the Pokemon guy. So friends who would outgrow it would give you their games. Oh, wow. Just missing a copy of Pokemon Blue and Sapphire. Wow. That's great that they would give you their old games, Shino. What a wonderful thing, especially given how expensive some of those games can be now. Yeah, maybe I should actually call up some of my friends as well and see if they have any old Pokemon games lying around. Final lunchtime, second best part of the day. Yes, Shay. Enjoy your lunch. What are you having for lunch, Shay? And how are things going at the hospital or pharmacy? I hope things are improving there. Some of the power problems. Chris, I realise you've probably gone now, but you've just started Crystal 2. Really cool, Chris. Really cool, Chris. About to call you Crystal, but no, just Chris. Amazing. So much love for Crystal coming out on tonight's stream. Loved Pokemon Sun. Skipped over XY and Sun and Moon, so it's been great experiencing them. Yeah. Going to film some content yourself. Hope Totodile shines soon. Cool, Chris. I didn't realise you were a content creator, so I'll have to keep my eye out for that. What sort of content do you do if you're still here? But I look forward to checking that out. Pokemon Crystal was your favourite game you got when it came out, and you owned 2 copies physically and on 3DS. Wow, Shino. That would make some good hunts, some speedier hunts. I realised, for example, going through the Ice Path, which I've done recently on my copy of Crystal, how much more common Delibird is in Crystal than it was in Silver, or at least from what I remember. From what I remember in Silver, it was like, oh wow, that never happens. I found a Delibird sort of thing, but in Crystal, loads of Delibird popping up. Hello, Rich. Good evening. First time catching a shiny stream. All right, since the Safari Zone. Well, Rich, how times have changed, but also stayed the same. Thanks so much for being here, Rich. How's your day going? Hope you're having a good day. Hope it's a very merry day. Hope it's about to get merrier. Enjoy the nostalgia of a shiny hunting stream again, Rich. There's 1,025. Yeah. Well, 1,025 Pokemon anyway, I think, Jack. To be a shiny hunt master is your destiny. Jack, I thought you were more focused on the competitive side of things, but very cool. Cool to have that diversity in your interests. So, this could be shiny. It's not. 3,700, everybody. 3,700. Half odds ever nearer. Same with my guess as to when it's going to shine. 3,879. Chuck in your guesses to the chat. The number of resets until Totodile shines. Can't print anything to sell medications, and we can't print levels for all the medications. Ugh. Sorry about that, Shay. But anyway, it's your lunch break. I'm sorry to have even brought it up. You enjoy your lunch. What are you having for lunch? And I hope that improves soon. Half odds. I certainly am getting through them, Rich. And I've been hunting off stream as well. My nightmare, especially after Safari Week, as you can imagine, is, of course, accidentally resetting over a shiny Totodile. But I think we can make the picture out clearly enough on screen. This is quite a good setup, actually. It's quite a good angle for the camera, so good to know. Note to self. That's why it might still be your favourite games of all time. Fair enough, Jack. Whatever the first generation of Pokemon games is that we play has a profound impact on us. Let me know your favourite Pokemon game of all time, everyone in the chat, if you haven't already. And welcome in, everybody. All likes and subscribes. Hugely appreciated. I'm streaming for about another 20 or so minutes. And I'm nearly at 800 subscribers, so all help towards that would be hugely, hugely appreciated. Check out the latest episode of my podcast, too, featuring Droomish. Came out today. Discover Droomish's life story and the 6 Pokemon on his dream team. And you can do the same for all of the other guests I've featured on the show so far, nearly 50 of them. A pleasure to hang out with you all. Thank you all for being here. Hope you're having a merry day, and I hope I can make it merrier. I did have a feeling coming into tonight's stream that we'd find the shiny Totodile. We'll have to see if that will come to pass. Gotta get a move on if you are, Totodile. Still a few to go. I know, Rich. And these resets are really slow with Professor Elm, I have to say. But we do it for the love of it. We do it for the nostalgia. We do it because we love Generation 2. Delibird was so rare, and then it was like a Zubat and Ice Cave and Crystal. Yeah. That's true, Shano, yeah. Also, Ice Path and Crystal, oh my goodness. They really went to town on redesigning that. In Silver and Gold, I feel like it's just maybe a slightly blue tint to things. In Crystal, it's fully like chunks of ice all around you, and the whole place is like this light blue. It's beautiful. I was not prepared for that. Loved to see that. You into all sorts of Pokemon stuff: card collecting, shiny hunting, VGC, Go, Unite, Dex completion, and probably more you're forgetting. Well, yeah, that's what Pokemon offers, isn't it, Jack? I think that's why it's so successful and so enduring. There are so many ways to enjoy the series. Speaks to us in so many different ways. Glad you're doing good, Rich. Currently working on teams for the Go Battle League. I see. Season turned over as of last night, so you're just seeing what works in this new meta. Cool. And what are you finding so far, Rich? What are you finding so far? Did we enjoy Pancake Day yesterday, by the way, everyone? For those of you who were marking that, I had a couple of pancakes. I had lemon and sugar on one. I had golden syrup on another. Golden syrup is such a treat, especially on pancakes, which I only have really on Pancake Day. But yeah, let me know what you had in your pancakes. Hello, Chris. You're still here. Good. I hope you heard what I said earlier, Chris. I think it's amazing that we're both doing a playthrough of Crystal at basically the same time. We both recently started one. And I'm glad that you've been enjoying Pokemon Sun. And also, yeah, I look forward to checking out some of your content. What form does your... Oh, so this is the form your content takes. Not Pokemon related, rather nutrition security for kids with regards to nutrient-rich food in public American institutions. That sounds very worthwhile, Chris. Thank you for doing that. That's really important. Do you enjoy making that content? If that is what you mean by that is the content you do, if what you're saying is the answer to that question I asked. I think I'll get Totodile within modern odds, or hoping anyways. Thank you, Shannon. I hope so too. Ice Path was Crystal. Was gorgeous in Crystal, wasn't it? Shannon, totally agree. Just honey for you, Luke. A good option. Although, actually, I've got to say, I did try a little bit of one of my pancakes yesterday with honey, and overall just a bit sweet. I realise the irony of that, given golden syrup, but I think golden syrup has almost more of a treacly quality to it. A bit more of a depth of flavour. So I preferred that to the honey myself, but very nice. Very nice. We've been blitzing through the encounters pretty quickly, actually, tonight. All sorts of little optimizations, besides resetting when you see a female and resetting when you see an HP of 20. It's things like, after this point, so we can see as male, we continue, then we can start pressing B, so we don't accidentally start pressing to talking to Professor Elm again, which was really slowing me down on previous streams. Golden syrup is the go-to. Elite topping. Tom, we're on the same wavelength. I think nowadays, lemon and sugar is probably my favourite. Oh, I don't know, actually. Golden syrup has that nostalgic touch to it. I personally prefer golden to maple, I've got to say. I love pancakes with maple syrup, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I had golden when I was younger, so it's just that taste of childhood, I guess. I also get a light honey, which goes down much nicer. Oh, nice, Luke. I'm glad that we're on the same wavelength there, too. Sounds good. Pokemon Go is your favorite because you can run like 10 kilometers, catch 200 Pokemon passively, and probably get shinies. I guess, yeah, some bang for your buck, Chris. That's true. I haven't played Pokemon Go in ages. I re-downloaded it for the Fennekin Community Day. Found a shiny Fennekin on my third, and I haven't touched it since. I think it's also a case of I really enjoy playing the Pokemon that I do play, but it's important to draw a line somewhere. You know? I don't want Pokemon Go to be there alongside me every time I go for a walk, and I don't want Pokemon Sleep to be there every time I go to bed, you know? Each to their own, but that's just how I feel. I really enjoy the aspects of Pokemon I do enjoy, and lean very hard into those, but don't want to go overboard. Also, because of that burnout we were talking about before, like Heath and Luke was saying. You'd have to give a Dream Team quest more thought. Okay, but here are some thoughts, Toast, and I look forward to it. So, Poliwhirl, of course. Sandshrew, very nice. Scizor, oh, cool. Cyndaquil, your first partner of choice. Noctowl, I'm so tempted by Noctowl as well, I have to say, Toasted. Ledian, yes! You know I love Ledian, Toasted. The problem with Ledian in Gold and Silver is that it's just so underpowered. Like, there's underpowered, and then there's Ledian. Sort of thing, and I hate to say it, but really only gets normal damaging moves. Bug damaging moves weren't really a thing. Generations 1 and 2. Better in Generation 2 than 1, but still. And I do want every Pokemon on the team to be able to pull their weight a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I will Shiny Hunt Ledibur in some capacity. It'd be stupid not to. At some point. But for the Dream Team, I think, yeah, I just have other targets in mind. And shiny hunting Ledibur in Pokemon Silver would be so nice. It's a Silver exclusive, in fact. Well, it's also in Crystal, but not Gold, I mean, out of the pair. That would be a real moment of nostalgia for me. I loved the idea of different Pokemon appearing at different times of day. When Gold and Silver first came out, I was obsessed with that idea. I remember finding Ledibur for the first time in Silver. I just thought it was so cool. It's so cute. I just want to look after it. It looks so lost and afraid. And I just want to say, don't worry. Don't worry, my friend. You'll be okay. Pineco and Donphan have great shiny sprites. They do, don't they, Toasted? Oh, there are so many cool Gen 2 targets. Maybe I'll slowly but surely work my way towards like a complete Generation 2 shiny Dex. I don't know about shiny living Dex, but I do love Generation 2 so much. It would mean doing this hunt again, but for Chikorita and Cyndaquil. I'd have to give that a little bit of a break, but yeah. At least, though, unlike with Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you can target which one you're going for. Like, if it's Gen Chikorita, you'd see it. If you could phase on a shiny you already have, for example, in Heart Gold Soul Silver, because you can see all three at the same time. So there's that. But anyway, great call-outs there, Toasted. Shay, did I go to the Yokohama Worlds, Charlie? Did I get to try all different flavor Kit Kats? That's a really good question, Shay. I did not, actually. I wasn't in Yokohama. That was the summer I was performing my one-man show in Edinburgh at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, a big arts festival. The biggest in the world, actually. I wish I could have done. Japan. I have been to Japan before, and stunning, stunning place. I'd love to go again. To experience the Pokemon World Championships in Japan must have been very special. But this is the first I've heard of these different flavoured Kit Kats, Shay. So I'm intrigued. Tell me more. Golden syrup is a classic pancake topping. I totally agree with you, Jack. I'd say the classic. But, you know, to each their own. What's your classic pancake topping, Jack? Would you say golden syrup, or would you prefer another? Hello, Joshua. Good to see you. Respect the fact it's on original hardware. Yeah. Well, that's the way I like to play, Joshua. It's all the more nostalgic. Good to see you, though, Joshua. Thank you for hopping into the stream. How are you doing? Hope you enjoyed EUIC. Were you playing there? Were you spectating? But great to see you in the stream. A lot of people are running Lapras as it got a double buff, so you're running Morpeko as a solid counter. Nice. Early days. Morpeko is quite new to Pokemon Go as well, isn't it? Currently getting matched up with a real variety of players. Yeah, fair enough, Rich. I guess that's the way it will go when the rotation has just happened. But fun. Difference between a shiny Dex and a shiny Living Dex. The Living Dex having every level of the evolutionary line. Exactly that, Rich. So it means having shiny Totodile, shiny Croconaw, and shiny Feraligatr all intact, rather than just shiny Feraligatr. Once you've evolved it all the way up. I feel like also shiny Pokédex entries only came in Generation 4. As in, if you catch, say, a shiny Buizel in Generation 4, then the Pokédex entry you see, the picture of the Pokemon will be the shiny. Whereas in Generations 2 and 3, it's still the original colours. Which is a really nice touch. Just for that little bit of extra special feeling. Love all those little things with Pokemon. Exciting to think about what could be the next step. Oh my goodness, Jack. It's so exciting. I mean, Pokemon Champions in one of those steps. And I know that you are buzzing for that just as much as I am. And so many others in the community, I'm sure. Endless possibilities of Pokemon, isn't it? Endless possibilities. You played EUIC, Joshua? Nice. How did it go for you? Did you enjoy it? What restricted were you running? Hope it was a good one, Joshua. Golden Syrup is your classic. Fair enough, Jack. You really want to buy a Pokemon Stadium 2? Yeah, a game you never owned as a kid. Yeah. You know what? I never had Pokemon. I never had the first Pokemon Stadium. I played at a friend's house because I didn't have a Nintendo 64. I would love to play Pokemon Stadium 2 as well. You can get it on the Nintendo eShop, can't you? That'd be a lot of fun. Maybe I'll have to do that at some point. That'd be a real... I would say trip down memory lane, even though I don't have many memories of Pokemon Stadium 2, of course, but just seeing those graphics again, I'd love to dip my toe into that. No worries, Rich. No, of course. Too many Kit Kats from Japan, Shay. I'm interested in this. Apple and... Oh, my goodness. Apple and Baskin-Robin ice cream flavors. But you have to have a flavor of Baskin-Robin ice cream, right? You can't just have Baskin and Robin flavor. That's fascinating. What kind of flavor is that? Flavors for everything these days. Yeah, true. And there's this recent trend of like unicorn flavor, you know what I mean? Multicolored with sprinkles and stuff. Unicorn isn't a flavor, everyone. I think we just need to remind ourselves of that sometimes. But anyway, yeah. All sorts of flavors. You're so right, Shane. You ran Kyogre Wochien. Nice! Enjoyed it. Currently in a training arc. That sounds good. That sounds like a lot of fun. Josh, you persuaded Johto to run it. Of course you did. How did Johto do with it? Fun composition. Good to see Wochien getting some love. Did it perform how you wanted it to, Josh? What improvements can be made, do you reckon? Having a Nintendo 64 and Pokemon Stadium 1 and the transfer pack you used to play your copy of Pokemon Yellow on the TV as a kid. Wow, Shano. The nostalgia. How cool. How very cool. You fear Kyogre, Jack? How come? How come? I'm not sure I asked Jack what restricted you were running at EUIC, actually. Everyone, here's what's going to happen. We are going to get to 3,730 and call it a stream. So if Totodile is going to shine... has to be in the next 5 checks. We believe. Come on, Totodile. I came in with a feeling that it would shine tonight. Is it going to live up to that? It'd be so hype if it did. Jono lost his win in it. That's a shame, Joshua. That's a shame. But oh well. Fun team. Hope Jono had fun with it. Team was out of date and it struggled in the matchups you thought it would. And... you hit them and so did he. Yeah, that's a shame. That's it's going to happen sometimes, isn't it? In competitive Pokemon. Let's go, Totodile. Thank you very much for the hype, Shano. You were using Calyrex Ice Rider and Kyogre likes that it clicks its button. Yeah, I guess not the best matchup there. Still, Kyrex right up, very strong restricted Pokemon. Is it going to be check 3,726 for shiny Totodile? Oh, no. What about 3,727? The time's really flown tonight, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Appreciate you all being here. Please do like and subscribe, as I say. Nearly at 800 subscribers. It would mean the world to reach that milestone. Maybe even on this very day. Check out the latest episode on my podcast, Chazingdra Chats, Life Stories, and 6 Dream Team Pokemon of people in the community. Latest episode dropped today featuring Droomish, Pokemon philosophy content creator. And if that sounds intriguing, then have a little listen to the episode. Plenty more episodes, nearly 50 more episodes too, on Spotify as well as YouTube. I vlog events I cast. I'm working on my EUIC video right now. It's going to be more than just a vlog. That's all I'll say about that for now. Hope you're looking forward to it. Hope to get it out in the next month or so, but we'll see. Comedy skits too. You might have seen my big joke supercut from EUIC. I came up with a lot of bad jokes there. You know, dad style jokes. Put them all together. That's on the channel. Comedy skits. Shiny hunting videos too. Working on my Safari Week video. All sorts to come. Channel memberships come soon on the channel too. Exciting times ahead. So make sure you like and subscribe with notifications turned on so that you don't miss anything, because there's so much to come. At Chazingdra on all socials, X, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok. Do have a follow along on there. Discord community link below too. Be a pleasure to hang out off stream. Patreon link below if you want to support me as a creator. But overall, I just hope I can make your days merry, and I'll be back 5:45 tomorrow. Beating the Elite Four, hopefully, with Ledian in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I've soloed the entire game with Ledian. Ledibur/Ledian, if you can believe it. I've got a soft spot for that Pokemon. It's a pretty feeble Pokemon. Oh, wow. I thought that was it for a moment, but no, it's not. And we're at the Elite Four. 3rd attempt tomorrow. Flint has been a thorn in our side. Oh, I've just done an extra encounter. I always do a bonus anyway. I know, actually, it'll be after this one, wouldn't it? I'll do a bonus after this one. Can we beat Flint tomorrow? Come and find out. It's always a roller coaster. Oh, some of the footage I have from some of the Flint runs I've done. Emotions on high edge. Friendship bonuses are going to be huge. Don't miss it. 5:45 GMT tomorrow. Let's see if Ledian can solo the Elite Four in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. And otherwise, I stream competitive VGC on Tuesdays, Shiny Hunting on Wednesdays, and that Ledian quest on Thursdays. Appreciate you all being here. So, let me catch up on these messages. Good jokes. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate that. Ideal scenario is you don't see Kyogre at all in Stockholm. That won't happen. Yeah, you do just have to learn how to beat it. This is the last check, everybody. Last check. Are we going to shine? No, we're not. We are not. Just make extra sure by checking the screen, but no. Alas, alas. But it's been so much fun, and it's really flown by, so thank you so much, everybody. I feel like the screen was a bit more visible this time as well, as compared to previous streams. Let me continue to catch up on these messages. Send something on Discord that you'd really appreciate if I get back on. Okay, well, I will see what it is, Josh. I'll get back to you as swiftly as I can. Appreciate communicating with me. I really enjoy the content. Oh, that's so kind of you, Sean. I'm excited to see me grow. Well, that's very kind. So thanks for streaming and sharing that with us. What thoughtful words, Sean. That has made my day. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day and hope to see you on a future stream, maybe even tomorrow. Iris does it this time. Let's hope so, Alex. Let's hope so. Tune in tomorrow to find out. Have a merry one as well, Ronnie. So everyone, for the final time, please do like and subscribe. It would mean a huge amount. Have a merry rest of your day. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow at 5:45 for Iris soloing the Elite Four. The quest for Shiny Totodile continues. Lots of love, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. It means so much to be surrounded by such wonderful people. Have a merry rest of your day.